Good morning. Welcome everyone to another Think Tank. Today is a beautiful sunny day compared to the rain we had yesterday. And today's Think Tank, we are going to talk about not missing the opportunity of working with rental clients. Now, I know you guys are going to say rental clients. Wait, why is that a great opportunity? And bear with me one moment as I unpack and discuss this opportunity. Will everyone agree that rents are at an all-time high and have consistently gone up over the last 2, 3 years?
Absolutely.
Good. Well, here's the opportunity. A lot of the tenants are paying what's equivalent to a mortgage. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
And all the new developments like the Vermellas and the Meridians of the world, these luxury new construction developments. Give me a ballpark. Where do they start at if you guys have them in your markets for a two-bedroom apartment?
Two, easily.
More than two.
More than 2,000, exactly.
Three some.
Yeah.
5,
2,500, 3,500, up to $5,000 for these luxury developments. So what you have are a bunch of renters that are paying what's equivalent to a mortgage. Every 12 months, what happens?
Yeah.
They renew.
They have to decide whether they're staying in this lease or moving, right? They're weighing out their options every 12 months. Do these tenants typically have realtors?
No,
No.
Okay.
definitely.
And the other thing is when they start the lease, they have to pay a month and a half security that's equivalent to more than a down payment.
The month and a half, first month's rent. Exactly. But the great thing about these developments and these tenants are they don't have realtors typically because in these new construction developments, they're going directly through a leasing office. So there's no realtor renting them the apartment. So that also creates an opportunity where you're the first realtor reaching out to them, right? They're already paying what's equivalent to a mortgage in these very high leases. To Lionel's point, they're bringing a lot of money to the table to get these apartments. They don't have agents typically because the realtors are not taking clients to developments. They're going directly through leasing offices. Every 12 months, we know that they got to make a decision. Am I coming or going? Am I staying here or am I going to leave? Right? So it's a great opportunity to market to them and flip them to buyers. Every 12 months they have to. And these developments, they're paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So it's an amazing opportunity that we're not looking at. Even on rental leads that you're getting, I gave a couple rental leads to an agent on a rental that I have listed, and she flipped 2 to potential buyers out of I forget how many, not too many. But there's a great opportunity with tenants just having the conversation. What's preventing you from buying? Have you thought of buying? Did you know that your first month's rent, month and a half security, and the 1 month realtor's fees almost equivalent to a down payment with an FHA mortgage, right? So it is a great opportunity that we're overlooking. And I know the term rental or tenant sometimes turns agents off, stops them in their tracks. But if you look at it that way, if you look at what these people are paying, $3,500 on average to $4,000, that's equivalent to a mortgage. No one's marketing to these tenants. Everyone's just doing just sold, just listed to homeowners. But if you want to break into a town or do more business, I would fish where no one's fishing. And no one's fishing in these developments because no one's going after tenants. But every buyer was what? A tenant.
Yeah.
Every buyer was a tenant. Most buyers, almost most. Some do go from living at home to buying, but most buyers are tenants at some point. So why not catch them on the early stages, especially the ones that are qualified, because these developments do a thorough credit check, etc. So we know they have their ducks in a row, they have credit, they have income. And if you could pass that screening, you're more than likely, as long as you've been on your job X amount of time and meet other qualifications, should be able to get a mortgage. So I know in my town, I can only speak of that. I think the rentals go up to about $5,000 it's very easy to move them to a neighboring town, even if they can't afford that town. But there's an opportunity there that we don't want to look at because we hear the word tenant or rental. But with lead generation getting a little tougher, no inventory, so you're not getting as many inquiries from the major portals, the realtors, the Zillows, the Trulias, you're not getting as many inquiries because there's no inventory for people to inquire on. How do you generate more buyer leads? Besides your network, your sphere, and social media, here's a great opportunity that no one is tapped into. Any questions on how to target these guys?
What would be a good approach for it? Obviously, maybe door knocking is not really the question here. Mailers, calling, what would you suggest?
Mailers are calling. I don't know if you'd have access to the development. And I think if the leasing agent heard you door knocking and asking everyone where they want to buy a house and rent, they'd probably politely escort you out. But I think calling as well as mailing and farming them with a call to action, maybe some aha moments in your messaging instead of just listed, just sold, having a targeted marketing plan towards them, explaining some things through some mailers. I think that would really give them the aha moment. And because there are no other realtors working with them, I think there's a very good chance that they're going to connect and want to work with you. And this is a great way if you want to break into a town. Absolutely one of the best ways to break into a town because you leverage these sales to then go after sellers after you sell a couple homes. Because it's a lot easier to go on a listing appointment or attract people to call you for listings when you've sold 4 or 5 homes in the town versus 0.
That's a great idea.
So it's an opportunity that many don't look at, but it is a great opportunity. Guys, watching this, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Any questions here, guys?
No.
All right. So think about it. Any questions on this, guys? I'm always here to help. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next Think Tank.